What's up everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome to Forza Horizon 5, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this car right here. This is the Lamborghini number 63 Squadra Corse, should I say it properly? Squadra Corse Huracan Super Trofeo Evo. Well, it's Evo from Evoluzione. Anyway, you know, I'm trying to learn my Italian just by reading car names. Anyway, regardless, this is the car that came out with the newest car pack. To get this thing, you actually have to purchase it. It's right here. It's called the Italian Exotics car pack. I went through every single one of these cars in one of the previous videos, so if you guys want to go ahead and watch that, and it's each individual car in that video that I tested out just completely stock. However, now I'm gonna use one car at a time in each of these videos, and I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna upgrade it. I'm gonna modify it. I'm gonna test it out for racing and whatever it is that I'm gonna end up being. Oh god, it's just the sound of this. Whatever I'm going to end up building these cars for. So like I said, each individual car will get their own video because they're all very interesting to try out, and I really want to see what they're capable of. Especially the race cars. This and another one of the Lamborghinis, which first of all, they sound like this. It sounds really, really good. It's one of the best sounding V10s in this game. It's just so raspy and it's so loud. Obviously a different sound to the LFA, but it's still... The Lamborghini / Audi V10 still has such a beautiful sound to it. And yes, of course, this also has the same engine in it, but you know, it's kind of spec'd to be a race car, so it has different exhausts and all that. So anyway, so what I want to do in today's video, like I said, is test out this car and see what it's like. So first of all, it starts off with S2 already. So it's already a really, really sick car. Even when I drove it, I absolutely adore this thing. It drove really, really nicely. 612 horsepower, so I don't think engine power has really changed. It is very light though, and it is mid-engine rear-wheel drive. How much power? What are the stats for the STO? Because these should be... Okay, wait, this STO is modified. So let's grab the STO real quick. I just want to have a look and see. If I take this STO... and I'm gonna go here. I really want to change this thing so it's completely stock. I want to have a look because I know for a fact that this thing is rear-wheel drive, but I want to see what the stats are for it because I just wanted to have a look. So this thing now, today'd be nice if it loads. This thing now, 630 horsepower. So this is supposedly better power than the race car, but the race car has different suspension, a bunch of different components. I'm pretty sure it changes gears much faster as well. So this car here is basically like a baby Super Trofeo, and I love this car. I love the STO. I think the STO was such a cool car, but the Super Trofeo is just feels like it's just on another level. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be driving the Super Trofeo, even though the Super Trofeo is actually older. So the STO is technically the more updated version of this guy. However, this guy is literally just a race car. So yeah, anyway, let's have a quick look at what's available with this car. What can we change on it? What can we upgrade on it? So we can actually give it a little bit more power by doing all that. We can even engine swap this thing if we really want to do 6.5 liter V12, or we could put the racing V12 in it as well. I actually really like the engine that's in it now, so I'm kind of tempted to keep it. Or I would have changed to the racing V12 if I was going to do anything else in it. See, here's the thing, right? I don't really want more power. I don't care for more power. As for the tires, like we have all these tires available for it, but like what's the point? Because I'm not gonna change them. Like there's no point to change it to these, unless I kind of wanted to drop it in S1. Maybe. Braking goes from 9.5 to 8.3, so maybe if I drop it at S1. But like, why would I want to do that? So what I want to do is I want to build this thing in S2, but I want to like bring everything up to the extreme. So I'm gonna make it lighter. I'm gonna make it so it hopefully handles better, even though I don't know how I can get this thing to handle better. The transmission that's already in it is good anyway, and I'm pretty sure because this is a race car, it's fully customizable transmission anyway. Same with the diff. See, this says unlocks full differential tuning, but I feel like if I do this, let's say, let me have a look here, and I go into the tuning, I'm pretty sure it's already unlocked because it's a race car. And all of these Everything is fully unlocked. The only thing that's not unlocked is the brakes. I don't know why we don't have the brake palettes unlocked, because this should already have better brakes than stock. I kind of want to build this thing for hill climb. I really want to build this thing for hill climb. I think the setup for it should be kind of good. The thing is though with this thing is it is rear wheel drive. So ideally I want this thing to be maybe all-wheel drive for hill climb. However, I feel like I should probably... How can I make the brakes even better on this thing, man? The brakes are already so good on it. It's crazy to think. We put drift suspension, and the only thing that I can do right now is just give it more power. That is literally it. And like I said, I want to keep the standard engine that's in it now. I don't really want to change to any of the V12s that we have available. Even though I feel like the V12 could be kind of decent, though, if I do so. But 942... 742 horsepower. Actually, that's not too bad for keeping it rear wheel drive. That's not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, I want to take this still hill climbing. I feel like we're testing the cars, especially these two cars, hill climbing would be kind of fun. Maybe even take it out on like one of the racetracks that we have available in the game. Because if you guys remember, I tested out a couple of racetracks and they were very interesting to try out. So I might even do that as well, since these are technically, you know, racing cars. I just remembered someone told me in the comments in the other video to check out launch control in this car and in that crazy other race car, the V12 one. Holy fuck! What the hell? Oh, what? That has to be one of the best. I don't even know. I can't even speak anymore. That has to be one of the best sounds, launch control sounds that we've ever had. I'm gonna go into my favorites because there's a few of them. So we have the Pinewood Hills Raceway, and then we have another one which is, I'm pretty sure it's this one, the Edel Circuit competition. We'll go with the Edel Circuit. Holy! I need to have another go at that. That sounds amazing. I'll do a couple of laps here just to see what it's like on a track, and then I'll take a hill climbing and we'll see what it's like there as well. That sounded insane. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Okay, one sec. Let me change my tune slightly. I am still on sim steering, which is good. Alright. Alright, let's try it out. That was sick. It does seem a little bit faster. Oh my god, man. I was thinking to myself, I was like, how could you get the brakes to be even better than what they were before? And they are better than what they were before. Man, this thing has so much grip. I'm going too slow into these corners. I'm gonna sketch out because I just feel like I should be slowing down a lot more. Look how early I slowed down. I slowed down later. Power being put down is also very good as well. Maybe mess with my diff a tiny bit so it doesn't do that. That was sounded so good. The brakes are still one of the main things about this car that I'm completely baffed about. How is it slowed down so quickly? I'll do a rolling lap with it on this track. I need to mess with my diff a tiny bit though. I think I changed it a bit too much. I also gave it a lot more aero for the front and a little bit more for the rear, and it actually shows. It does grip up a little better than what it did before. This thing's absurd. What a good car. I know none of these cars are going to be like meta cars or anything like that. They're not going to be like insanely good. I feel like they're going to be very good. I feel like you're going to be able to run a bit of competition with them, but I don't think they're going to be like, you know, I don't think this is going to replace the Anniversary Viper or anything like that. And of course, why would it? Because, you know, they're DLC cars. They're actually, like, cars you have to pay for. If they release cars in a car pack that you have to pay for, then it would literally be paid to win if you end up starting to use all these cars online, so it'd be completely pointless. It does catch a lot of grip though, very, very early after you come out of the corner. So like, what I'm trying to do here is trying to see how much slip I get with it if I just floor out of corners, and it's a little bit, but it's not that bad. Okay, cool. So I know what to do. I need to change my diff setup a tiny bit. Yes, I like the blueprint, and yeah, let's take it uphill. I mean, I know it's not going to be all maxed out or anything like that. I mean, it's maxed out with the stock engine, but obviously if we V12 swap it and everything like that, it'll probably be even more extreme. Right, let's do the hill climb event, which is in Rivals. I mean, like I said, this isn't going to be very competitive since this car itself is not maxed out in its class. So 942, expect it to be good, but don't expect it to beat any sort of records or anything like that. But just expect it to be good. I feel like power to weight on this car is very, very good though, for it to compete up here. Again, if you V12 swap it, then maybe it'll be at the top of S2 or something like that. Or even if I reduce the tires, if I make them worse, and then I can try and compete in S1 with it. Maybe I can try and do that. I'll do that after this. I want to try that. I want to get rid of the tires, give it the worst tires, obviously the semi-slicks, and still try to see how much grip this thing actually has around corners and all that. So I'll do that after this, just to check it out. Maybe it's very good in S1, you know. Alright, let's head up. Rear-wheel drive build. Let's give it a shot and see what it's like. Yeah, the Vulcan's pretty extreme for this, as we've seen before. Yeah, the thing that this thing is lacking right now is literally power, because I think it actually does have the grip. Yeah, it does have the grip for the corners. Yeah, that's... the cornering on it is beautiful. Cornering on this car is fantastic. I've also had people in my comments on previous videos like this with such split decisions, right? Especially for the wheel spin videos. Like, some people are watching it's like, oh, why is there a budget? You know, it's so boring, just max out the cars. And then I've had other people in other videos where I test out like new cars that come with it again. They're like, oh, I hate the way he maxes out every single one of his cars. Which I don't, by the way. Like, I didn't max out this car, for example. But people have like such split opinions on the videos. And like, I see them in the comments, obviously. But you know, I can't really do anything about it. Like, I can't please every single person all at once. So, watch what you want, watch what you can watch, and you know, keep in mind that the world doesn't revolve around you, and you're not the only person that's watching the content that wants to see stuff. Yeah, that diff change that I've just done, I slightly lowered the acceleration, and now we don't have any slip when I'm flooring it out of corners. I made it slightly more open, which... this corners so beautifully, man. Like I said, the only thing that this car is lacking right now to keep up with that Vulcan is power. Other than that, I have full confidence in this car. Throwing it into corners, the brakes are amazing. What's one of the cars that we tested out recently? We tested out one of the cars recently, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was. Was it like one of the Mustangs or something like that? Didn't that get like a 234 or something like that? It got like a similar type to this, but this isn't even at the top of its class. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a sick car. This is really, really good car. Okay, I want to test it out in S1 because I feel like that's a bit of an interesting test to do with this car for the final build of it. I want to try to see if I drop this thing, its I guess tires. If I drop those to the semi slicks, It should still have some sort of grip, but I know for a fact it's not going to have, you know, the same grip as it does now. However, it will be in S1. So, put these on. Yep, there we go. If I put the drag tire compound, it's going to definitely drop into S1, but it's not going to be as good. So do that, and I need to get rid of a bit of power. I think the grip-wise, I'm going to leave that alone, but I'm going to get rid of a little bit of power out of this thing, because we did have this thing be all the way up into the top of S1 the last time that I checked this out. So there we go. Pretty much like that. Do I want to get rid of flywheel maybe? There has to be something, right, that I can change that will bring it back to the thingy. No. No. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't really know what to change on this thing. This is the only thing that I could think of. There's nothing really else. Everybody else just brings it to 901, 902. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Power is just slightly up, so 635, and it weighs 1,349 kilos, which isn't actually that much heavier. But we obviously have the worst tires. Our grip still says on the little chart thingy, whatever you want to call it, the little statistics thing, it's at 8.2, so it's still very good. Oh god, stop. I need to stop doing that. It just gives you a boner every time. Let's go back to the Vulcan Sprint and test it out on the uphill in S1. So 241 to beat. This is definitely going to be slower. I don't know if 241 is going to be beaten with this car. I think it's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be beaten. Now keep in mind, this has less power than it did before. Before it did 234. It has less power than it did before, and it also has worse tires than it had before. So I don't know about that one. But we'll have a look. Okay, you can definitely tell that the tires are worse. Yeah, the tires are definitely worse. And you can tell the lack of power as well. It still darts at the corners very quickly. You just kind of have to be careful that you don't let it go a bit too far, because it'll just flick into understeer or into oversteer territory. So just be a bit careful with that. But that's really good, actually. Oh my god, this will do that GT in the corners any day. Wow. Yeah, the 4GT just has power. Again, this is a hill climb circuit, so like, what can you really expect? But I just like racing up this. I just feel like it's... That's why I really liked the Golden Toge before, right? Because it has so many corners that challenge a bunch of different types of cars in different ways. Whereas now with the hill climb, which is basically the opposite of the Golden Toge, it's kind of a little bit wider, but it's also fully uphill, so power really matters as well for the hill climb stuff. Oh my god, man, even when you slide it, it's just so controllable. Oh my god. I would do that 4GT in any corner, any day of the week, any track. It's just... This is so much faster around corners. There you go. There's the lack of power. You can see him just running away from me. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Oh, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I came out of the corner, and I knew it. But yeah, I was gonna say, I'm a little surprised how close I am to the 4GT. Not even a second slower. I know I tapped off the wall, but it doesn't really matter. That was really good. That was really, really good. I'm very, very impressed with this car. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that with this thing. I think with some better tuning and some better driving, maybe, but I still could see that the lack of power of this car is hindering it a little bit when it comes to racing, stuff like that. But yeah, but the Ford GT is also very, very good for stuff like that. And again, you know, if you're doing any sort of uphill driving, or any just sort of driving in S1 in general in racing, you already know what car is going to be the best. So, again, it's not fully a competitor to that, this car, but it's still very, very good. Okay, one last thing I want to check out. I put the Racing V12 in it, and I twin turboed it as well. Obviously, I gave back the original tires, but yeah, I left it rear wheel drive too. I think with some slightly better driving, I could take this Aston. And I could get a PB. It's good. It's good with the Racing V12. It is actually very good with the Racing V12. I don't even know where I am in the world with that. Like, what was the time that I had before? So this guy did a 224 520. I want to have a look because obviously I used a different car to go around this track up here, but I don't remember what it was. Is this a top 1000 car though? Like 224 is basically 10 seconds faster than what I had before, because I ended up getting a, what was it, a 234 the last time. So it's a stupidly good time. 10 seconds faster is ridiculous though, just by doing that engine swap. So like I said to you before, like the car is very good handling wise. It doesn't matter what engine you put in it, but the fact of the matter is that it just doesn't have the power. So the YR is what I ended up using the last time, and I did 6.5, or I'm 6,500 in the world. So that's fair enough. And the guy who I'm up against as the next target is this dude with 224 520. So yeah, I did the 224. But yeah, it's just not there. To get like top 1000, you need like so much faster. But yeah, the Hot Wheels BTTB, the Brabham is up there. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to beat any of these guys. And there's the AMR Vulcan as well, again, there. So yeah, it's a good car. I really, really like it. I think it's a fun car to drive. It doesn't matter what engine you put in it. It just absolutely hoons. But I definitely would still keep the stock engine if it was me for this car. And I'm probably going to go ahead and change it back to stock once this video finishes. But that's pretty much it. Try this thing out for yourselves. Let me know if you've tuned it for anything else, maybe. And it's good for that. But as a race car, as a car to do any sort of racing events with, I think it's a super, super good car. It's very, very good. Again, there's different ways you can tune this thing, so you can probably get it to have a little bit more speed and a little bit more, or a little bit less downforce and a little bit less grip. But I love the grip on this car though. It's just really, really good. And the brakes are still like one of the most impressive things about this car. It stops you on the spot like so quickly. Like, look how good those are. It's just mad. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.